Hey guys, what's up? So I was going to make a new series. I'm calling this Forgotten Cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! With there being over 10,000 cards within the game, many of them don't actually see much play, other than your kind of standard cards, the ones that are considered the most powerful for that time within Yu-Gi-Oh! The issue is, obviously, some of these cards were actually relevant during their time. For example, Message in a Bottle was during the Xyz era, where Xyz summoning was prevalent, and you could do a lot with this card. If anything, this card actually has more utility now because of what it can do. You can go into various different cards with it, and even though you have monster effects which can get to the same result, this is often not too bad of a card when you think about it. So its effect is target 3 monsters with different levels in your graveyard. Special summon all 3 of them. Their attacks become 0. Also, their effects are negated. And if you do not Xyz summon this turn after summoning those 3 monsters, you lose 4,000 life points during the end phase. You cannot special summon any other monsters except by Xyz summon during the turn you activate this card. So the point of this card is to be able to get access to an Xyz monster relatively quickly. Of course, they're not going to make it that easy to just instantly go into, say, a rank 9 or a rank 10 monster. They want you to put a little bit of the work in for it, so you'll have to run cards that equalize their levels. Otherwise, you will be losing that 4,000 life points. Even considering that these monsters have their attacks become 0, worst case scenario, if you have a life point based deck where you aren't too worried about the 4,000 life points, you could just go into defense position monsters to kind of shield your life points a bit more. Also, this is fine if you're using, say, vanilla monsters, because if you're running them, they don't have any effects to negate anyway. This card can be searched by the effects of Dark Sage, which is the evolution of Dark Magician, the Ancient Gear Drill, Alchemic Magician, Angemal, the Fiendish Mark, a Mythical Bestiomorph, and Left Arm Offering. Also, without the restrictions on things like tribute summons, you can bring out any of the Egyptian god cards with this, or any of the wicked gods. Their abilities and the strength could compensate for the loss of your life points. You do not also have to use all 3 monsters for the Xyz summon. You just need to Xyz summon that turn. So potentially, if you don't have the necessary cards and then you just want to summon another card, for example, to go into rank 7, you can just use that Fusilier Dragon, which can be normal summoned by having its attack points and defense points cut in half. That's always an option. You can also be running Starlight Starbright or Galaxy Queen's Light, which can equalize the levels. There are a number of powerful Xyz monsters out there, such as Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, and number 92 Heart Earth Dragon, as well as others such as Dyson Sphere. This card can also be used with the Heraldic Beasts, because Burner's Falcon is able to reset their levels to level 4, so you can go into their rank 4 Xyz monsters if you like. I think one of them is number 26 and the other is number 8. And in a Super Quantal deck, this can be used to quickly summon the 3 Quantum monsters, and then summon into a Super Quantal Fairy Alphen, which can equalize levels for the Xyz summon. Any Super Quantum monsters not used for the Xyz summon can be used as an Xyz material. What do you think of this card? Is this something you would consider running in any particular deck? Do you think it's quite a dead effect, considering that you have other cards in the game that have similar effects? Remember, Soul Charge is able to do this kind of thing, but much better, and actually can get up to 4 monsters for the same level of life point loss. Also, restrictions on this special summoning outside of Xyz summoning could be difficult, especially with the variety of extra deck monsters that are currently in the game. You've got Fusion, Synchros, Xyz, and Link monsters. Whatever you think, leave comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe.